What up? Welcome back to the Necro Zoo. I am Bones, and in this one, we're going to take a look at all the Supermen in my action figure collection. Now, I know DC Direct did a good job of putting out tons of Superman stuff, and since I never really been like a big Superman, I like him, but I'm more of a Batman guy. But I like all DC, so I like a lot of characters from DC Comics. But if you're a big Superman fan, it would have been really good to be into a lot of the DC Direct stuff and little like offshoot releases because there's tons of Silver Age, Golden Age, New Age Superman that they have. But I've always just been a simple collector from the regular stores. So this is more like a Mattel collection because that's basically what I collected from the beginning. So you'll see like DC superheroes, DC Universe Classics, the DC Multiverse. That's the main part of my collection, right? I don't have many because they haven't released that many, but what I do have I really enjoy. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Now, starting off first is Superman Blue. Now, was from Wave 2 of the DC Universe Classics. Surprisingly, the first Superman they gave us wasn't your classic Superman. It was this blue, what is it, Energy Superman that is split in two. But I actually really like the S design, and he's a really awesome looking figure, of course, in the standard DC Universe Classics body style. But I really like this figure. He's awesome. Then of course he had his pair, which is Superman Red. This is basically the same figure. It's just the red and white. But one thing that I never really noticed until recently was that the head sculpt is different. Because this one has like like he's grinning it, like baring his teeth, and the other one has just a closed mouth head sculpt. But pretty cool to have this one in the collection as well. So I enjoy this one too. It's a pretty good figure. Coming up next, you have the classic Mullet Superman coming out in the regeneration suit, which of course was after the death of Superman. This was the next one in the waves from DC Universe Classics, sporting that cool 90s hairstyle. Really simple suit, but he's really a striking figure. Really a favorite in my Superman collection. Now, his variant was pretty funny. He kind of looks like the suit is the classic dark blue suit, but with the different hairstyle. Pretty cool figure. Just another one. It's funny that he is the variant of the regeneration suit Superman, but still pretty cool to have him in the collection. And then they finally gave us a single release short-haired Superman. He never came out in any of the waves. He was just released like in different DC Universe Classics packaging. But pretty cool Superman. This is more like a classic style look. The same body and everything, just a different head. But I still enjoy him. Now this is an awesome one. This was from Wave 5 of the DC Universe Classics. This is Eradicator from the Death of Superman story. I really love his suit, his costume, like the colors and the way it's split down the middle. They did want to give him clear goggles, but they ended up going with solid plastic because the clear goggles would have been too due to the price factor. But I really love this figure. This one's awesome. Cool part of my Superman collection. Now this is from the 2-pack of Superman and Mongol. This is Cyborg Superman. But this is a throwback from the DC Superheroes line. They just redid them with a little bit darker cape. It's the same mold from the DC superheroes line, so he has like a wide stance. You could kind of get his legs in a little bit, but this one you gotta give it to him for the attention to detail on the sculpt, on the cyborg side of his head, and the way his jaw sticks out, and then his right arm that's all mechanical. It's a beautiful, beautiful figure. That's an awesome one. And then in a later wave, we did have the Cyborg Superman Red. That this guy's really crazy about lantern rings, and basically he's pretty much the same sculpt. They just changed the paint out, but he looks pretty cool, and he's an awesome. And I'm glad to have him in the collection. It was pretty cool. Then we have, this one was released in the 5-pack from Gotham City. He's just the same, your standard Superman with short hair. Never really been able to find that much difference, but I think the chest emblem color is just like a little bit different, more crisp on this release. Then you had the 2-pack with Brainiac, Battle in the Cosmos, where he has his heat vision eyes. So basically it's the same body, just the head sculpt is different with the red painted eyes, but you gotta have them in your collection. Pretty cool. Then we went into the Public Enemies. This was your first release, which was just a standard Superman colors, but he does have that animated head that looks kind of blocky, and then the cape didn't have a yellow symbol in the back. You gotta have him in the collection if you're a completist like me. Pretty cool. But then you have his variant, which was pretty awesome. Now it's the same Public Enemy Superman, but with a metallic finish, and a really cool metallic finish. Even the belt has a metallic yellow, and then even the cape is like molded out of metallic plastic. It's pretty crazy. It's not painted. It's actually inside the plastic that they use to mold the figure. So that's one of my favorites out of my Superman. And then you got later on into the DCUC line, and you had the release of the Superman, the New 52, which was, I think, what was it, All Stars? This is more like comic accurate. The color's just a regular dark blue, but of course they changed the head sculpt, the chest emblem, a lot of difference. Even the boots are different. So a lot of people were happy to be able to get that guy into the line. And then from the DC Unlimited, they had the same figure, but he is like in a metallic paint job. Really nice figure. The lining that they did onto the suit, since it is the New 52 suit, was pretty cool. And then the S in the back is actually different from the All-Star one. And then this one is pretty rare because it came like in a 4-pack or a 5-pack. There was like a cheap down version of these two, because you could tell, because the plastic even feels like a little bit weird, and his face has like that uncanny valley, like it's just looking off into space. But he has all the same details. It's just the materials that they used to make him, since he was from that like assortment pack. But I have him for the collection. Then you go into the Madi Collector. This was the Superpowers release Superman. Now, it's the color is like a real monotone blue. It's pretty crazy. I guess to like represent the Superpowers version of Superman. But the face sculpt is really haunting, and the eyes are like soulless. If you look into this face, you're gonna have nightmares. That's what I think of that Madi Collector head sculpt, but they tried. And then This gold version, I think, was just a homage to like a superpowers that was released that was gold. So they just changed the color into gold, and he still has that same blank stare face, which is pretty creepy. But I actually like this one in the collection. He's up there on my 5-pack shelf. That's where I usually have him. And then this is actually this is when the DC Multiverse did their Super Friends. They did Aquaman, Batman, Green Lantern, and Superman. But one thing I just detested and I really hated was the cloth capes that they gave them. How they had like that bunched up collar. I know it was like to represent the superpowers ones, but I just did not like the look. So I actually swapped out the cape to this more classic DCUC cape. So he looks pretty cool. He just has that face with no kind of texture or anything. It's just like a cartoon face without any kind of detailing or anything like that. But you gotta have him in the collection. But don't need that cape. Then we go into the Frank Miller inspired Superman from DC Multiverse. Really bulky body. I think they use the Motu bugs for this. Has a crazy curl. Really enjoyable figure actually. I really like this guy. He came with the arrow from the part in the story where Oliver Queen shoots out at him with the kryptonite arrow. Pretty cool. I mean, I like the big S. The face is really comic accurate, but he's a cool part of the collection. Fits in really nicely. And then you have this Injustice Superman from the video games. I never got much into video games, but this Superman does look pretty cool, even though he's like on a slender buck. The detailing on his shoulders and on the boots and all that is really cool. So he's just like an oddity that I have in my collection, but he stands out. Pretty cool. Then we get into the later Mattel multiverse, the blue boxes, and this is the Superman Rebirth. Really cool suit for Superman. Of course, now you don't have the trunks anymore. The boots are like all one. The suit is completely one color. This one has a pretty cool yellow S on the back, but I'm not a big fan of the head sculpt. It's a little bit wonky, but I do have him in the collection. And then they also released a Superman from Kingdom Come, which looks older, and I really love the design of the S and the suit and all that. The only thing is that they didn't really give him that much gray in his hair. Just the face looks older. So these figures are really cool actually because they didn't have a lot of pins. So when you look at the elbows and the legs and stuff, there's no pinholes, which is like one of the things I really liked about the later Mattel multiverse. Now, that's basically it except for my customs. These are some customs that I just wanted to show you guys. And this is going to be a Superman I made, but from the Super Friends body, but with a regular Superman head. And then I did put the yellow S on the back cape. Really like this guy. He's a cool part of my collection. Even though I did customize him, I really like him being in the collection because they never really gave us a light blue Superman. I think people found some and stuff like that, and it's a really weird light blue. But they're super rare and expensive, so that one's fine for me. And then I did the same thing, exactly the same thing with the mullet head. I don't know why. I had the itch and I had to scratch it, so I made another one. But this one is with the blue Superman from Super Friends body. But he's pretty cool. This one I actually got online, and I guess it's like a DC Superheroes buck, but they made like a robotic Superman. and he's actually in the metallic suit, which is it looks pretty cool. That's why I bought him, and he's prominently displayed up there on my Superman shelf. Pretty cool. And then I did make a custom of the Kingdom Come one. I just added some white to the temples to make it more comic book accurate, because I just thought that it was missing that, and it just makes them look a whole lot better. Wasn't really much else I could do with them, but that little attention to detail just really gets to me. Now, this is pretty cool because this is going to be my Superman Beyond. Now, there is different iterations where sometimes he has white on the boots. Sometimes these like pad things are like smaller, but I just like the way it looks when they like stick out, and I like it more like the one from the animated from Batman Beyond. So I actually used the head from the DC superheroes because it looks older, and then I added some white for the temples. So all I really need to do is paint the Superman symbol white here, and I'll pretty much be done with them. But this is actually from a Black Manta body from DC Universe Classics, but I'll eventually be working on him. You gotta finish one project before you could start another. So for now, he's gonna be on the shelf until I could get to him. Actually, one thing I have been working on is people have been mixing the Superman 1000 from McFarlane and the Infected Superman. But I've actually been working on my own custom, and I actually went as far as to change out the emblem. So once I finish this one, I'll be doing a video on it, but it's coming out pretty nicely. I really like the lighter blue, and I got the skin tone to match really good. So eventually when I finish this Superman, he'll probably be the best Superman that I own. But anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for checking it out. This is my Superman collection for now. Now, I will be trying to pick up the superheroes, the DC superheroes ones. But I think there's only 5 that they actually release, so it's not hard to collect them. So once I start picking those up, I'll add them to the collection. So stay safe out there, guys. Keep collecting, and I will see you on the next one.